Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Unicorns!
Wow.
Hey!
Really? Okay. Wow. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to another scene set in Edessa the Dark Crusade, Season 2. On this cold and cloudy night within Edessa, various mortal couriers, messengers, and watchmen scurry about the night to their respective Cainite masters. But all of them have a very urgent message to report. That there is to be a burning. A public burning. Outside of Edessa's walls. Now, while such things would be normally nothing more than distasteful to the local Cainite populace, what has brought this to all of your attention is that supposedly both the aristocracy and the religious authorities have passed off on it. They have allowed this, permitted this to happen outside of Edessa's walls for these heretics of various illegitimate faiths and actions, for their various blasphemies, to be paraded before this village. For supposedly it has been told it is where all of these blasphemers live, and burnt, as an example. Upon asking who the individuals to be burned actually are, you are not given an answer by your contacts or your ghouls. In fact, they have not been told. In fact, the religious authorities did not tell them, or could not tell them. And as perhaps red flags begin to signal inside your heads, you're also informed that the figures that now patrol the streets in the stead of what was once the clans of Dismisi and Malkavian are beginning to flock to these burnings. So, what do you all do when you hear this? Let's start with Irene.
Oh, okay. Irene would instruct her ghouls to not let anyone strange into the house this night. Will dress up in her armor, take her quarterstaff along, and we'll go and check this out.
Madeleine, what do you do upon hearing this from your ghouls and mortal contacts? You've got quite a few. You receive this information a bit sooner than most.
Well, she's going to make sure that this isn't a place she's been to before, because she has visited once a church outside the city.
No.
Good.
No, but it's not too far away. It is from the same hamlet.
That's could be a problem, but she also dons her armor and, gets her wide cloak to hide somewhat of where she's going, and she is going to take a few things, sword with her, and she's going to find a horse, and she is going to see if Torvald's probably not around, but she would have brought him if he was along. He was there, but oh well. And yeah, she is going to ride off. She will get strict instructions again to keep the place secure, and well, she has certain things she would have the ghouls do if things get bad.
Very well. So you're riding off in the same direction as Irene, probably going to arrive sooner as you are located further south. And that is where these burnings are taking place.
And Madeline does get up fairly early.
She does. Actually, I'm just going to check something real quick. No, Irene would actually have a chance to arrive sooner, but you do arrive. You do wake up much earlier than her, so yes, you'll be one of the first. You'll probably be the first to arrive. Margot.
Yes.
I have one little thing I need to check with you because I'm not actually sure.
If Margot's awesome, of course she is.
No, so apologies. No, Margot, you have not actually heard anything from your contacts, Oogles, this evening because they're not really placed within these circles. Rather, what are you doing? I assume you're out and about.
Probably. She likes to keep. She doesn't have contacts, but she does like to walk around town and keep an ear out for going on, especially now that shit is going on in the city. Shit she doesn't really like. Somebody attacked her somebody attacked her chowder, and she might just turn into Mama Bear if shit gets going like that.
Well, you're walking about town, or the guild halls, probably going to pay a visit to its church, Mr. Carter's church, Master Carter, or rather Father Carter. And as you're walking to his church to pay your clanmate a visit, you're almost ran over by someone riding a steed traveling at breakneck speed as they almost just charge straight over you. The horse rears and skids ever so slightly on its two hind hooves. As the rider tries to regain control, the animal is disturbed by your presence.
I have inoffensive to animals.
Ah, in which case it's disturbed by the rider's presence.
So she looks up.
You, Toreador.
I see she's seen. I think I've seen her before, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
Who is she again?
She's a Bruja neonate.
Yes, that's right.
Best child ever.
She is betrothed in fairly weighty chainmail with a large tabard across it, depicting the coat of arms from our home nation, which is a very, very long way away. But what something that sticks out to you is that she is wielding a fairly long spear with a heavy metal shaft. Looks very thick. Strange carvings that you don't recognize, and a very long blade at the end. It's almost like a sword with an extremely long handle. You actually recognize this spear, Margot, because you were at the auction. It is the one she purchased.
And at the auction, it was her that won it.
Yes.
Okay. Shall look at him. Look at her. Primogen. Auction to a door? Yes. What may I do? What can I do to help you?
I don't have time for this. We have a problem.
What problem?
Those Cainites that have been marauding our city. They're gathering around some sort of burning.
Good. Well, no, I won't say good. She's she's already in her armor show because then let's make our way to there. I'm already dressed for the event. Let's go. And she'll she normally would she be on a horse? I mean, she does have resources for. So I'm not sure how common it is to have a horse in the city. That's just a thing.
If you're it wouldn't really make sense for you to take a horse to something that's literally like a 2 to 5 minute walk.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. So shall say, "Will get my horse. Let me get my horse and guide me to there."
My servant has said they're going to burn Cainites.
What? Will you allow me to ride with you then?
Let us make haste.
Okay, and she gets on.
Yeah, she has to briefly regain control of the horse because it's difficult. It's not easy riding a horse as a Cainite, particularly, but largely because the animal's just scared of her. It's very difficult for her to control, but she does so with a great degree of professionalism, and you are quickly on your way. Saladrin,
Snake.
you have a few contacts. And being the wily serpent that you are, you have given them instructions on certain activities to look out for, given how hostile the outside world is to your particular faith.
What, you mean the true faith?
Yes.
Yes.
Crumbles in Christian.
Your true danger has never really been Cainite prosecution or persecution. It has been the persecution of mortals. And this wouldn't have been the first time that you've heard of a suspect burning. It is irking you out, however, how there are just seemingly massive loopholes and gaps in the story that's presented to you when your contact approaches you. That these burnings seem almost like they've skipped several steps of the legal process to happen. Wouldn't exactly be the first time, but it usually implies some foul play as afoot.
Saladrin will kneel for a few moments in the Setite temple in order to pray, because I need to roll a thing. Okay, I have 4 successes on the extinguish ritual, because God knows I'm going to need it today.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you understand that it is a burning.
Before he will calmly turn on his heel, I spend a point of blood. You hear that wonderful sound as his bones break. And his form shifts itself over the course of 4 turns. And he assumes the great monstrous form, the gift of his god given physical manifestation. And, hey Bishop, you know how fast I can run in this form? The answer is very.
You can go extremely quickly, yes.
Yes, so he will assume his obfuscate, and I am going to run my happy little ass.
Yes, the only instance where you'll be slowed down is when you have to actually get past the gates, because you'll need to climb up those. But
I mean, if
yeah.
I have enough strength, and if I get it at a good enough angle, I might be able to vault the wall.
City walls, you might need a bit more potence.
Soon, more potent. Soon you will be mine.
Soon. You'd get
Laughing in
close.
combat.
You get close. To be fair, you would get close. But yes, as you rush down, you see the soft amber glow of the hamlet off in the distance. You do not yet see smoke, however, although you are quite a distance. And with that, we'll move to Al-Qadir. Al-Qadir, you have contacts of your own. In fact, you're very familiar with the neighborhood this is taking place within. So you are, outside of Madeline, the first to receive this information.
When he receives it, he'll simply tell them that spread the news to the small folk to stay indoors tonight, as he begins mashing some stones and rocks and dirt in a small bowl, and releases a small bit of blood to make a paste out of it and begins rubbing across his arms, as I still have that pointed bag from yesterday, so I'm here to heal that up.
Yes, you begin layering yourself in a healing paste, and the wounds begin to dissipate pretty quickly, knitting themselves back together, almost as if they were lesser wounds that you were simply healing with your own blood. And you quickly find yourself on your way. You are because your contact lives within the area. You are given a bit of additional information that the individuals weren't named. But your contact has actually been witness to one or two. He doesn't. It's almost. Your contact doesn't understand what the religious authorities are trying to do, because as far as your contact is concerned, they're already dead.
He'll simply respond, "I've been told that dead men walk these streets. Maybe these are one of them." And as he looks up to the sky, as the spell goes into effect, it's going to get cold, so make sure you stay in. So I'll figure this out.
Yes, he will go. He brings up that he really only saw them as one was dragged into the local guardhouse. They seemed limp and they weren't moving, so he was concerned. But yes, you all begin to make your way there. Madeline and Saladrin are going to arrive first, only by a few minutes.
Madeline will just have a quick look, and not soon after, I'm guessing I'm met with some sort of monster.
As you, how's Madeline going there?
Madeline is probably going to first make sure, that, of course, that she's not seen as she arrives, and she is going to just at a very, at a distance, just looking to see if there is this hamlet in any way, does it have a wall or some sort of palisade?
No. It's just a hamlet. There are a couple there are a couple of palisades that are meant to block off gaps in between the buildings, but it's not like it's walled or anything.
Okay.
It's really just small ad hoc defenses, really.
Fair enough.
Also, I will point out, Madeline, Only Madeline and Irene actually have PCs who still exist. You have both seen Saladrin in his war form.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that she won't react to it.
Yeah,
But
I assume
outside-
Saladrin stays off the main road because.
No, I mean, I bound. They can't see me.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
obfuscated. Yeah, you said you're
obfuscated,
obfuscated. They
so-
literally cannot see you. Yeah, sorry, I got it
Oh.
wrong because you said they seen you in your form, so I got mixed up.
No, but basically, so when Saladrin appears to Madeline, because he'll step out of nowhere once again right behind her, because this seems to be my trope. But he is an ordinary person. I'll revert back. It doesn't cost any blood. And I was mainly in typonic state so I could run fast. Because running fast. But yes, from Madeline's perspective, you will hear a my. This is about to get grisly, isn't it? From about I'm not right behind you. I'm about 5-6 feet behind you.
You're about.
Yeah, she turns around. She actually has a slight smile on her face as she just nods to you. I do not possess your abilities to have a closer look, but I would be careful if we were closer, since they might be on the lookout or waiting for us.
In all reality, I don't feel comfortable moving forward. They might have the ability to pierce through said gift. However, so Bishop, how many pyres have they erected down there? I'll happily pop on my Auspex to have a look see.
They've so yeah, you're about 200 meters out. You're a good distance away. It's you're basically on a flat heathland, so you're basically on a plain. So there's at most there's a few brushes, maybe. There's not really a lot of cover here, which is why you've had to kind of stand quite a distance back. You can use Auspex to enhance your sight. You can zoom in pretty trivially. They've erected 4 pyres. You see about two and a half dozen armored individuals. They're all wearing full metal helmets. Their faces are masked. It's part of the helmet. You can only really see their eyes.
Let's pop on that aura side, shall we? What's the base diff for aura side again?
It's 8 minus your Auspex rating.
I was gonna say I now have more Auspex. Thank you, delicious Amitzi friend.
Chris, is it too late to do the ritual I want to do? Because I've just totally forgot.
You can try and do it where you're at.
Madeline will excuse herself and try to find somewhere.
Chris, give me all of the colors.
Okay. Well, Madeleine will disappear for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Saladrin will zoom, re-obfuscate, and follow her.
Lol.
After you give me the colors, because I just want to see if they're... Actually, I don't really care about the colors. I just want to see where the kindred are.
You see... pretty much all of them are Cainites.
Oh, shit.
There's about, you reckon, about 24 Cainites here, give or take. You can't actually get an exact number because there's quite a lot of people here, and you do see a few auras of ghouls who appear to be wearing a similar armor. And there are slowly more gathering. Of course, you're obfuscated, so they can't see you even if they approach from your direction.
But no, actually, I don't really care enough to follow Madeline. However, I will be a friend. You know what, Madeline? If you have to go off into the hinterlands, provided you stay within actually a pretty generous number of meters, I think it's like 50 or 60 meters or something like that. Saladrin is going to obfuscate you, so no one is going to walk up and bimble fuck you whilst you're attempting to do magic. There you go. Have an obfuscate.
Best snake friend.
I know, right?
Wee!
But yes, yeah, Madeline will be out of the picture for about 5 to 10 minutes. Depends on how many successes she gets on a roll, because it does take 1 minute off her casting time.
I have 5.
Oh, well, it only takes you 5 minutes. Though, of course, a level 2 ritual that you're using.
No.
Okay, which one are you using? Oh, is it? Oh, I thought this. I keep getting the level of this one wrong.
I'll whisper it to you.
Wait, I think I know what it is now. I just need to find it. Okay, yeah. Oh, that actually takes quite a while then. It takes you 15 minutes.
Yeah. But that's actually a fairly good roll. All right.
Okay, in that time, Sludgeon, you're analyzing the situation. As you're observing, you see two figures stand out to you. One, because they are not heavily armored, they appear to be in heavy robes, heavy priestly robes. The other will be recognizable to Al-Qadir as he approaches, as it is the one that ambushed your clanmates and you but a night or two ago. He's carrying a torch. And he's actually he's dragging a fifth pyre with him. As he plants it. And Saladrin can see the robed figure grabbing or dragging its victim, which is this person.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm gonna fucking hell.
It's
Never mind.
actually funny because I used that picture for the former Archbishop La Sombra of Dublin when it was a spot venue. Continue.
Well, now we know why she joins, because she's very bitter and salty about this one moment. So...
Oh, it's my grandsire.
At this point, Margot, Irene, and Al-Qadir, you're all going to arrive within a couple minutes of each other.
By the way, what is the emotional state? Because I got the 4 successes, so I actually get I don't want a shitload of information on everyone. I would just like the information on big armored dude, and I am definitely the wizard dude.
The priestly figure is gold, red, with pinprickles of light blue. It's actually quite an interesting mix because it's pretty contradictory. But the prominent shade is gold, whereas the
my Adobe Reader is deciding not to work. Can you just tell me what those emotions are?
Okay,
so I can...
it's gold in Dark Ages means taken by ecstasies, but it means spiritual. Red is angry, and light blue is calm. It's like they're trying to be calm, but they're not doing a very good job of it. They're expressing it very well, though. You wouldn't recognize them as angry if you couldn't see their aura. The armored figure has shades of red, black, gold, and violet. So gold spiritual, black hateful, red angry, and violet excited or is anticipating something.
He's spiritual and he's excited about killing people. He hates.
So, Chris, you're saying that we're coming up now, right?
You're all riding up. Saladrin,
Okay.
you see them begin to ride up. You kind of all Irene, Alcadir, and Margot, you all kind of converge on each other.
Saladrin makes the mental face palm. Why are you riding horses? Why are you being conspicuous? Why you do this to me? I don't ask for much.
Because they don't have obfuscate, Saladrin. They're not blessed
Yeah.
with Setite's wonderful gifts, okay? They have to make do with this shit.
What we
That's what we do with
we're
horses.
riding up to an enemy fortress on a flat plain. Oh, why? I asked
mean,
for so little.
I would like to make note that Irene is not riding with either Margot or Alcadir. She's like definitely on her own. And Chris, please let me know when you allow me to do a stupid thing, because I'm about to do a stupid thing.
Okay. Yeah, we'll define a few things before you do the stupid thing.
Okay.
You're all on a because you're all arriving. I'll just reiterate for you. You're on a flat plain. There are 5 pyres that have been set up in a sort of semicircular formation, as if this is to be viewed. Closer to the pyres is the priestly figure in large and sort of long, overbearing brown robes, but not on a particularly tall individual. They're not particularly imposing. But he is accompanied by an absolutely hulking brute of a man. Again, in the same metal masks that make up the entire entourage. But he's covered in heavy chain, and the armor looks antiquated, and it looks like it's not. For those of you from the West, or who've been around long enough to witness the, all of you have been around long enough to witness the Crusades, because there was a 4th one which failed catastrophically. But for
Absolutely not.
For those of you who took part, and for those of you from Western Europe, you would understand this to be something you'd expect to see this sort of armor styling in Western Europe, necessarily in the Middle East. Saracen armor is of a different make, is of a different styling. This is very definitively not that styling. So there's basically antiquated Western armor. The figure also has a bastard sword strapped to their back.
What's the weather like tonight?
Because of Alcadir's magic, it is surprisingly cold and very cloudy, which is odd to you because actually you don't really know. We don't know anything about meteorology in this age, really.
No, and we are in the desert, so cold nights
Yeah.
are not that unusual.
Well, the heat, yeah.
Under aspects, though, it will appear, particularly if you have thought that there's something.
This is oddly cold. There is a strange, with all specs, you can detect a strange energy to the air.
If Saladrin breathed anymore, there'd be a deep sigh.
But it is cloudy and cold.
But when they all ride up, Saladrin will step out of nowhere, because I'm good at that. It would appear as though you've decided to join. He's crouched down very low to the ground because he's making sure that he is staying in the silhouette of the horses, because I don't want them to directly see me necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
It would appear as though you've joined the festivities.
And who is he talking to? Because, like I said, I earlier stated that Irene is definitely not riding with anyone else.
In that case, I'll say it to Alcadir and to Madeline, because they were riding together.
Anybody want to make a wits animal ken for me? Saladrin, you don't have to make this, but everybody else can.
It is not a dice pool you hear about. Off.
Mm-hmm.
With the animal ken.
Let's make a flat.
I'll roll it higher. I don't have anything.
Okay. Yeah, Madeline, you don't see anything out of place.
Marco's got 3 successes.
Oh yeah, Margot, something this sticks out to you, Margot, because you've been riding this horse for a little bit, and you know that animals aren't particularly incensed by your presence. They don't seem particularly incensed by Saladrin either. The horse actually
I'm not
seems
there.
quite happy to be around him. It doesn't seem surprised or startled. It doesn't do the comical back kick towards him when he appears out of nowhere. It looks very comfortable.
Interestingly enough, I don't think Saladrin has ever been seen with any of you around animals. So for all you know, this is entirely normal.
Yeah.
I actually, because I don't ride a horse. I actually make a point of saying I don't. But you know what? I'm going to pet Margot's pony, for it is a good pony. Or the pony that Margot was
The animal actually accepts Saladrin's petting.
I mean, it's not mine. It's the
Actually,
Bruja's.
your former child's horse.
But he looks up and he smiles and he says, "It seems though you've decided to join the festivities." For the record, I say this entirely assuming that Irene is riding herself into a clusterfuck. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm still considering.
But he will smile up and he'll say, ultimately, well, needless to say, there are 25 of them over there, along with a hulking behemoth who looks like he, well, fought in the last crusade, and an individual who I am going to have a vicious chat with. They're preparing 4 pyres, and possibly a 5th, but I can't be sure. Beg your pardon?
The hulking brute has set up the 5th.
They're preparing 5 pyres currently.
Oh, Alcadir, also, could you roll me self-control difficulty 8, please, upon witnessing the individual that murdered 3 of your friends right in front of you?
Oh God.
Let's see, my self-control is at 4, so that should be okay.
Yeah, you can't. You're always free to spend a willpower as well.
Stranger things have happened.
But this is very much you
Nope.
didn't spend the willpower. Okay, that's all right. Okay, Alcadir, upon seeing this individual as Saladrin kind of gestures to him, like gestures to the pie, and you see him. You see it for one that murdered all of your friends.
All but one.
And was going to kill them. You fly into a rage. Everybody sees Alcadir scream out, and Alcadir is going to charge towards the group.
Well, it
Unless
looks like I'm
somebody
not
of
doing
course
my
stops
stupid
him.
things. Am
Yeah.
I in front of the group?
Before he screams, I'd like an initiative roll because I'm going to try and silence him with obfuscate 1, and then by God, I'm going to put him in the dirt.
Because this can be resolved fairly simply, and what you're doing is a mental action, like it's just with the speed of thought. I'm just going to give it to you, so you can silence him. As soon as all of you immediately see the beast is about to take over. So you do have that moment to react, and Saladrin. Saladrin quickly silences him.
Hang on. Nah, Saladrin's not going to do that. He's going to let him scream and charge.
Okay.
Because it's an Assamite. I would actually be betraying my character if I went to help it.
Yeah, I mean, but the group though. Okay. Does anybody else do anything?
I'm not necessarily with the group, so I want to help, but I can't.
You're with the group. You're about to do the stupid.
Like I said,
I remember I told you.
I was deliberately staying away from the group.
Oh, you're gonna stand away from them? Okay.
As in, is there like a crowd of like humans gathering? Like
No.
Irene would stand between them.
Oh, there's
no.
just
Okay.
a lot. There's a open, flat plain over to a group of Cainites that are probably not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
That's it. So yeah. If nothing else, then Madeline is going to do something. I mean, no one is going to like.
I mean, in that case, I would try and do something as well. So, but you go first.
Yeah. Madeline is going to use Obtenebration.
Okay.
I think everyone has seen Obtenebration here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna try and use Dominate, but
That's actually a much wiser tactic, but yes.
I know.
I thought you were going to be done,
Well,
Irene.
I mean,
What did you say, Chris?
I thought you were going to be done. Anyway,
Mhm.
okay, you're going. Okay, so
no, I'm just thinking. Like, wait a minute.
remember, this is in the moment. You literally have like a second to react.
Okay, if I can I get eye contact with him? Because I'm assuming I can't.
Oh yeah, you can.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Then I'm just gonna do command and say silence or keep quiet or something like that.
Okay, let me check. What's the current? What's okay,
Oh, I
Margot?
see. Yeah, oh, I see. I just stepped away for a bit. What happened?
Oh, Alcadir is about to frenzy.
Yep.
What do you do?
She doesn't do it, but she gets ready to jump on, or not hurt him, but stop him. Probably pin him or something.
Basically, just grapple him.
Yeah.
Okay, I assume that I will also assume that it also means a muzzle.
What is the roll?
So the roll is because Alcadir is in frenzy, the difficulty goes up fairly substantially. I'm just going to double check for you. Okay, so Alcadir, the difficulty to dominate Alcadir is his current willpower plus 2 because he is in frenzy.
Then it would be difficulty 9.
Okay, so it's difficulty 9 to
So he
dominate
didn't
him.
spit anything in the deaths or in the scene he was in? Okay.
I spent blood, and I've spent a lot of blood yesterday, mainly.
So difficulty 9, and it's charisma intimidation, or
It's charisma intimidation for level 1 dominate. Yes.
yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do this, but oh, actually,
No, you got 2 successes.
wow, that's a good roll. All right.
Yeah. 1 success it would have only held for maybe a turn or two. 2 successes is going to last a little bit longer because he is in frenzy. Like the command's not going to hold for too long, but it will hold for at least a good 30 seconds, maybe a full minute. Margot, you're going to pin him, so make me a contested strength brawl roll, or basically, Margot, roll strength brawl, Alcadir, roll strength brawl.
I mean, I was also still gonna dominate him. Like, if it's a moment thing, then I wouldn't have time to stop my action because Madeline did the same thing as I did.
This is actually true, yeah. Irene, you can roll your thing too.
Okay, what was it again? Manipulation, intimidation?
It's I think it's actually charisma intimidation for
Okay.
dominate 1. Let me double check for you because
That's what
no, you're right. It's manipulation intimidation. So yeah, Madeline. If that'll actually, we'll just keep Madeline's roll. It's fine.
Yeah, I just got more successes or dice, but it's fine.
Okay. And diff 10 you said, right? I probably won't be
Diff
able to
9,
make
diff
it.
9.
Oh, no, diff 9, okay.
This is actually feasible, just pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nope, I botch.
That's a botch. Okay,
I
you
can't
cannot
use dominate on him anymore for the scene. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. For the rest of the scene and the entire night, you cannot dominate him.
That's fine.
Salon with a smile at the group, and he says, "Oh, would you like me to stop him?"
Okay. Yeah. You say that as he falls silent, and Margot just immediately pins him fairly trivially.
Oh.
She literally she doesn't even get off a horse. She just grabs him with one hand by the mouth and just lifts him up as he just flails.
Excellent. The important question: did the scream get let off?
No, everybody reacted pretty quickly.
Okay.
Someone dominated him to be quiet, so
yeah. So yeah, we'll say a few minutes pass and Alcadir can come out of frenzy naturally.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, if he's under control by Margot and Madeline, Irene would probably ask both of them to like calm him down, and the rest to just move forward because there's still 5 pyres there, and that's a problem.
Yeah, as this is going on, Irene does bring up a fair point because several staked figures are literally dug up.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, Irene is just gonna tell like, okay, Lady Margot, Lady Madeline, could you please help Sir Alkadir calm down, and could the rest of us move on?
Yes, go.
And she'll nod and ride off.
I assume we have a plan.
Stop that.
Wonderful concept.
Right.
It might be a little difficult on the implementation.
Do
you have a better idea then? And let's talk while we walk.
2 stake figures are dug up. 2 others are brought forward from a wagon that's been stationary around the pyre area. And they are dragged out, revealing these 4 figures. As you talk, my apologies for cutting you off.
Not Francis.
Yep, it's your boy.
Wait, that's also people from Timoran, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can you just give which clan is each person in the picture? I don't really care who they are.
Okay, so the priest is Francis Beaumont. A neonative follows a set. Or rather, the priest in the brown robes and the guy of a crucifix for his chest in the background, bleeding out. The other priestly figure, who looks significantly older and has white robes, is Adam Carter, neonative clan Toreador. The one who stands with armor and a cape, and there's like flower petals flowing down. He is the Ventru Everard Godwin. He's a neonate of said clan, and the child of the Primogen. And the other one, the fully armored figure in the overlay, is Judas Carfago, a Bruja neonate.
That's a hell of a name, by the way.
It is.
Yes, my dear Irene, I have a plan. I always have a plan.
Then feel free to present your plan at any time.
I'm going to serve as your diversion. He points at the huge armored figure. I'm going to fight that.
Very well. Then I will serve as your diversion and hopefully keep them talking.
No, you misunderstand. I am going to challenge it to single combat, so the spectacle lures the others away from the fire. Then it will be up to you lot to get the people to safety.
As you...
That will be done. I'm assuming Alkadir is somewhat calmed down now.
Yes. Alkadir, you're back there.
Unless anyone else feels confident in their abilities to fight, which I will refer to as tall, dark, and covered in armor, in which case, I, being the stealthiest of us all, will happily intercede in the name of those individuals over there. If anyone else feels like they're up to the task.
I'm more than willing to fight something. I'm not quite sure if I'm up to the task, but I am better at fighting than I am at sneaking.
Interesting. Bishop, can I maintain... With Cloak the Gathering, do I also have to be cloaked? Why am I obfuscate to other people?
I don't think you have to be cloaked yourself. You can just decide to cloak other people.
In that case, yes. In that case, Master, in that case, Alkadir... Yes, Alkadir, Lady Madeline, and Margot. Yes, that seems like a nice trio. I can keep you cloaked as long as you remain within a relative distance of me. I don't think they'll be able to pierce your cloak. So, if you can do that, you may be able to free the prisoners, whilst I keep them busy, and the rest of us, he gestures to the rest of them, put on a little show. All boons for this revert to me instantly. Deal?
Alligator
Well,
simply
that
shakes his
depends
head.
on what happens. But we should not linger.
I do not care about boons.
I happen to care about them immensely.
I know.
We are unaware, but let us go be going now.
Very well.
You as you begin to approach, you notice that the only person not staked as they're tied up is Lady Katarina, who actually appears to be somewhat capable of movement, but her resistance is token just compared to the strength of the individual tying her up, which is the heavily armored figure.
So just to get everything straight, am I gonna fight the big bad now? And you
No,
guys are gonna sneak?
No, I think that
Okay.
I'm letting them sneak because I can cloak them all. I think that myself, you, and the Bruja are going on team taunt, and let's try and arrange the fight while they get into position.
Check. Okay.
So, I see. Out of the 4 people on the picture there, which ones are like are there of the 4 of them like the enemy? Like, or are some of them other people being executed?
They are all the people being executed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's a rather rather daunting 24 individuals that are all heavily armored that are here to witness this.
Can I roll as we're walking up? Can I roll to get my tentacles up and like get them from my own shadows so they move along with me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Before people do their things, Alkadir, with his sanity back into his grasp, will simply bring up a word to get everyone's attention and say, Carthage.
What?
He is from Carthage.
Oh! That makes this all the more interesting.
And from what he told me, as he kind of rubs his throat, he was back when it was a paradise. He is very, very old.
Pre-Hellenic before. Go figure. Wait, he stopped. Wait, you know this person?
I investigated him a few days ago.
And?
He seems upset with the city as a whole. And he seems to be the force behind the hostile takeover.
Oh. Bishop?
Mm-hmm.
If this is what I think it might be, I hate you.
We'll see. But I will say something to Madeline and Irene. This massive figure does look oddly familiar.
Okay.
But you can't quite place your finger on where you've seen them before.
Well, that's annoying.
Irene, you've definitely seen this figure in your vision before.
In a vision, okay.
About the tattoo?
But you feel like it goes back further than that. You're not quite sure.
Can I make like an intelligence roll or something? Because I'm like,
Yeah, sure. Difficulty will be 8 because it's been a while.
Intelligence alertness, right?
Intelligence. No, just straight intelligence. This has been a while. You'll get more information determined on what you. How many
I
successes you
seem
get.
to have no successes lately. That's 2 watches in a row. God damn
Okay,
it.
well, yeah, you can't remember anything other than they were definitely a part of that vision where those 3 individuals showed up.
Okay, I figured. Check.
This
I
was
have one
this
success.
was the bleeding one, the one with
course.
wounds covered all over it.
That makes total sense because I'm gonna give him wounds all over it.
I got 1 success. Chris?
1 success. You think you've seen them in Edessa before? Definitely prior to this, and it wasn't in a fight. You think it was definitely in a legitimate capacity.
Oh, I know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know who it is.
Would you like to share that with the class?
I know who it is.
Yeah, you said this now 5 times.
As in, he's not going to share it with class.
I'm just gonna.
Troy, it's Menelaus.
No. Yeah, I'm just writing it to you. Continue. Madeline will begin to move with Saladrin. Or under his cloak.
Right, Irene is gonna very obviously shove out, hopefully, some tentacles. If my rolls don't suck as much as they did in the last 2.
This one you're actually good at.
I am good at it. That's 3 tentacles.
Also,
Kadir is going to simply wait.
How many rounds do I have?
they don't stack.
Okay, so I just have the 3 tentacles. I can't roll
Yeah,
more
you
in.
can't summon 24 tentacles. I'm sorry.
Ah, so mean.
So
Chris,
Bishop, I'm
am I
going to
right
use.
or am I right?
Oh yeah, Saladrin.
I was going to say I'm going to drink the last of my gourd blood, as I'm going to call it, to bring my blood total up to 20 points.
Okay.
I am then going to spend enough to raise all of my requisite physical disciplines to 7, which is my generational max.
Okay.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So that would be a total of 11 blood. So I'm down to 9 blood.
Okay. Wow.
I'm also going to activate Serpent Skin because that's going to save my life. Bring me down to 8. Because bear in mind, you know how I fight, and that's how I'm going to fight the big dude.
Mhm.
Actually, since I suppose Saladrin and the Bruja and Irene will be walking together more than like the rest because they will be together in a separate group. Irene is just gonna kind of lean into Saladrin and is like, if I'm not gonna make it out here, I want you to take my great grandsire. Please.
Who's your great grandsire?
The one in the back, black. The lady.
Ah, very well. Yes, you have my word. I will take your great grandsire.
And give her to my sire.
I will take your great grandsire.
You are a
Anybody-
terrible person, but
any-
you will smile.
Anybody? I like how she smiles at that. Yeah. Anybody want you to roll me either wits academics if it's in military strategy or otherwise wits leadership?
To do what?
Plan.
As in me helping you to not die.
I like this plan.
Sounds great.
That's a good plan, I think. See, I'm being nice. Okay.
2, 3, 4. Ooh, 4 successes.
So
I got 2.
Yeah. We'll start with Irene. Irene, there's a lot of people here. You know Saladrin is probably pretty strong in a fight, and you've seen Margot's combat prowess firsthand. You've got a fairly kind of a fairly strong, almost like pseudo coterie going. But your main there's still a lot of people here, and you don't really know what their two leaders are capable of. It might actually be best to see who you can just it may be best to just sweep in as fast as you can and get out of who you can save rather than fighting. But someone will have to keep them distracted while you do that. Saladrin, because you have additional information from your aura site, you know that all of the vast majority, pretty much everyone here is either a ghoul or a Cainite. There's about 2 dozen Cainites and about half a dozen ghouls. This is an exceedingly threatening entourage, even by your standards, and your standards are very high.
Yeah. Actually, Saladrin stops. Actually, a better plan. We're here to save the hostages. We're not actually here for personal glory. As much as that galls me, it gets me right in the heart. What might be a better idea is I don't think they can pierce my obfuscate. I can get the sum of the survivors out. At least two will have to be sacrificed. But I can get 3 out.
I can try and keep him talking instead of us fighting.
Are the rest of you sanguine with that?
Kadir will simply state, the man in large armor was able to breach over 40 kilometers in less than a few seconds. You'll have to be extraordinarily lucky.
Saladin does mental arithmetic. I can beat that on a Tuesday.
Just try and get my great-grandsire out. She is the mistress of harpies of Edessa, after all.
And that would be a delicious life boon. I shall consider it. Very well.
She's now saying it in general, but feel free.
All right. So Bishop, rather than cloaking them, I'm going to revert to my Typhonic avatar. I'm going to recloak myself, revert to my Typhonic avatar form, which will bring me down to 7.
Okay.
All of my physical boosting actually makes sense when I think that I may have to take some hits. So I'm going to snake my little ass off. And I'm going to prowl around the side of the building, basically, to get a good angle on the people under my office.
You're having us follow you, right? Because you're also cloaking us.
No, I'm not. Basically, we changed the plan.
I thought you still was going to take them, because then we can take all of the hostages. I will keep them talking. That's fine. I'm very good at that.
Basically, the current plan is you guys keep them talking and do a diversion so you can get close enough to the hostages to cloak them and drag them out.
Madeline will insist on coming with you.
She can insist on what she wants. But if I take you, I can't take another hostage.
But I can take a hostage, and I might be better suited for something that might happen.
All right, if you want to go, that's fine. But at a certain point, I will drop the shield. I will drop the cloak.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
As long as you're sanguine with that.
As they are discussing, Irene is just very openly walking up to this group.
Is Irene not cloaked?
Nope.
I am okay. Just so we get this straight, I am cloaking myself and Madeline, and we are going to sneak because we can see each other under my cloak. We are going to sneak around the side of the buildings and basically try and cut the hostages from a good angle.
Okay. Just Margot will say to Madeline, "Please save Adam. Please try and save Adam." She'll say.
All right. And I see Margot, Al-Qadir, and heading up around the side.
Right now, more or less, Al-Qadir, what he's really going to be doing is making sure that for what he can do is he can see everybody in case he start casting some spells.
Okay. And Margot, you going with Irene, or what are you doing? Because you're on a horse with Isabella, so.
She'll probably go with Irene for the distracting part.
Okay. Oh, actually, I
actually-
completely forgot to mention something. You got 4 successes on your aura perception check, didn't you, Sartrin?
Yes, I
The
did.
priest has black veins in his aura.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Which one?
To be fair, it's not
Uh,
but that's
Just,
Yeah, Sartrin can relate to this.
just
Which-
a thing. There are currently 3 priestly figures. Is it?
There's one priestly figure. There's only one. I only mentioned one. Any other priestly figures are up on pyres.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I meant. It could be them.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just what I'm saying.
No,
No,
yeah,
I
no,
agree.
no. It's the one on the ground who's been
Right,
doing
okay.
all the.
So,
So-
basically, for the purposes of this, just so we get everything clear to the bishop and split us into 2 groups, it's myself and Madeline under my cloak, walking around the buildings, trying to get a good angle of approach, and then it is the other ones who are basically going to go and try and engage them in conversation to distract them, so I can basically get close enough to cloak the hostages, because fortunately they can't not consent to the cloak because they're dead on the ground.
Yeah.
Cool.
Irene will tell Margot, like, if they start to attack us, just use your whatever thing you can do to keep their attention focused on us and run like hell.
Yes.
Like, that's also what she's saying. And then she'll walk up to their leaders if she's allowed to. Tentacles and all, but she's keeping them, like, in a way that she appears at least semi non-threatening. We want to talk. We want to negotiate the lives of the people that you have here.
They the priest at this point has a torch in hand, and so does the hulking brute, and they the priest turns around, mutters something to himself. Does anyone have heightened hearing active?
No.
I mean, if she sees people whispering to themselves, she'll probably activate it.
It was kind of if he already had it active because he just mutters to him something to himself now.
Okay.
In this case, yeah, he mutters something to himself. The priestly figure steps forward. The armored Hulk just kind of briefly pauses to look at you and then looks back to the pyres and the space around you. And it simply stares at you for a good few seconds. You have
No
little
one-
to offer us.
I want to know why you've taken them.
To begin putting to rest a great injustice within the domain of Edessa.
What is this injustice that you speak of?
The figure, despite being rather small, not necessarily that short, but not very large, about as just slightly taller than you, really, Irene. Looks a little bit looming for their small stature. And it will simply say, for the abandonment of all principle, for the pervasiveness of so much corruption within your domain.
These are empty words. Speak plainly. Speak clearly.
Much like your offers.
I cannot make any concrete offers if I don't know what I'm dealing with, so I'm asking you to clarify.
To put it simply, your kind have but
Let's start with names first.
no.
Why? Are you afraid to give yours? I am not afraid to give mine.
You do not deserve names anymore.
I see. Well, I will give you mine anyway. My name is Irene Argyris. I'm the child of Prince Ulrich of Timuran. I'm Harpy of Edessa.
I know.
Good.
I know you quite well.
Do you?
You put on such an innocent face. But I know you've killed.
I have not killed.
The priestly figure smiles. They have the lower half of the face mask, so you can't really make out who they are.
I've not killed out of my own accord. I've only killed when necessary or when forced.
It is not the act of your killing that concerns me. Rather, it is just endemic of the hypocrisy that inhabits your domain.
What hypocrisy? I believe we have asked you several times now to be more specific.
I remember multiple Cainites before and after your and my arrival were slain. Breaches of the fifth tradition. The consequences: promotion, willful ignorance, hypocrisy.
Apparently, I've heard that's a trait we Cainites are known for. So what is yours?
Bishop, can I immediately change sides and work for that guy?
I see the very Cainites both up here, and he then gestures to you. Down below, willfully betray their own principles, their own faiths. Thus for simple self-advancement. Whether it leads to bloodshed or no, it is something that can be overlooked. So long as it keeps you moving ahead.
Why have you not
Personally,
brought this up? Please.
if
continue.
one were at least honest in such endeavors, I could at least see them as a willful rival, a willful monster. But the Cainites of Edessa are neither decent nor honest, nor honorable. I remember the old sheriff died protecting the prince against two very ancient beings. Am I correct?
You are.
What was the consequence of this?
I am sure you have a perfectly reasonable answer for that.
A desperate clamoring for praxis. Intimidation and threats made to Cainites more honest and honorable than anyone standing here, apart from maybe one of us. And once again, willful ignorance and excuses made to accommodate these usurpers and murderers. Because that is the one simple truth that lies at the heart of Edessa. It has been usurped by the cruel, the unfaithful, the dishonest, the greedy, the wrathful, the hypocritical.
So who should have been prince then of Edessa?
Let me guess. Herman, right?
Herman is not necessarily my concern. I am only concerned with the betterment of Edessa.
You have a very odd way of showing this.
Bettering
it-
and bettering. Sorry, go ahead then.
When a disease becomes so pervasive that it threatens to take the body, you cut off a limb.
And then what?
We will cut off your head.
Bishop, how's his emotional state as we're kind of as Saladin is basically he's rounded the corner, he's kind of padding towards them now very slowly.
Self-assured.
Oh no. Okay. Is there any of that normal malignant rage you'd see in a brouhaha?
My guess is
Oh,
no.
they're both pissed off, yes.
Oh, good.
So you burn a Cainite and then you hope that everybody will stop conniving?
No. I seek to clear the board of those that would, because it is clear they cannot be convinced. And that is the greatest shame of all.
I may not be around as long as you have, and I certainly will probably lack your years in wisdom, and there's a slight hint of sarcasm there. But what I've learned is that all Cainites are hypocrites.
He just puts the torch next to the pie. He just holds it out.
Which one? Which one, Pyre?
Oh, to Carter's. He hasn't
Yeah.
set it on fire. He's just holding it there. Even now, you lie. You act as if you are negotiating from a position of strength. You have nothing. You are outnumbered, outmatched, outpowered, outmaneuvered.
Then how about a trade? You know me, you know my lineage.
The armored man turns to the group and says, "I will accept a trade." Your Setite for mine.
Currently, where is Madeline and Saladrin standing? Because I'm guessing we're quite close to the fire, to the pyres.
Yes. You're beginning to edge closer, but I mean, they don't necessarily see you, but the sort of the other armored figures, they do see you because you're pretty close at this point, unless you're doing a very wide arcing turn.
No. Saladrin, has he clapped eyes on me? Like, is he looking in my direction?
Yes. It looks to all obfuscated figures.
And this is the priest or the armored figure?
Armored figure.
Oh, of course. That's going to be today, Jim. Madeline, are you ready to do something crazy?
What is it you say? Do I have a choice? No.
Not really.
No, I don't. But I know who it is. And I think by now Madeline she will just actually, as if it's commonly known that they're spotted.
The armored figure is looking directly at you both when it says,
Yeah.
"I'll trade my satellite for yours."
Okay,
I mean-
okay. That's why I wanted to be 100% sure.
Margot is completely fine with that plan.
Madeline
I mean-
will say, I believed that your kind was no longer a thing here, but you have come to exact your vengeance.
By the way,
Tell me,
speaking,
what is it?
Speaking like, I have to
What
put
is
it.
it?
Speaking like that will break the cloak. Just important that you know.
For everyone, not just for him.
For everyone, not just for him.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
there's one
thought
person
that
seeing
was.
you right now.
But he can't see us. Like,
One person can see us. The rest can't.
Yeah.
can I take it back?
Yeah, because
Okay,
you know that.
right. Sorry, because
You have Cainite law, you know that, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Slaughter just kind of sits there. He sits like he's the goodest boy. He sits, and he just appears to be waiting.
Irene will speak up again after that sentence. She's like, okay. She'll, like, speak up louder, kind of let everybody, look at her, hopefully.
The armored figure just kind of like literally gestures to you as if to dismiss you, and just looks at Al-Qadir and says, "Ah, Al-Qadir, have you delivered my message?"
That's my response.
That is a shame. Though at least respect your dignity in confronting death.
You're saying that we are hypocrites, that we don't stick to our beliefs. I believe in God, and I believe in Christ our Savior. And I'm willing to step up and to save those who are dear to me, and even those who are not dear to me. I sacrifice myself instead.
Then prove it. He will literally light all the piles on fire.
Okay, Irene will jump up on one of the pyres and starts to get her grandsire free. Because fuck it, why not?
All right, we're gonna roll initiative.
And Margot, yeah, Margot will do the same with Adam card.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, Madeline is just gonna go in and get the nearest person off one of the fires.
Everybody roll initiative before declaring actions.
Okay.
Otherwise, this is going to become a clusterfuck. It already is.
It already is. Sorry.
Oh, that was a 2 plus 12. I'm sad now. 14.
Ooh, a 10. Woohoo!
I'm about to do the most Setite thing I've done all day.
Run away?
Exactly.
See, this guy is clever. He knows that turning around and walking away is an option. I appreciate this. I appreciate this man immensely.
I mean, Margot knows it's an option, but she'd rather save her clanmate, even if it means her dying.
I now have an idea what that guy is, and if he can do what I think he can do, no. I want no part of this.
Okay, so that is for Armor McGee. And the other one is for Senor Priest guy.
Send your priesty pants.
Well, guys, Margot was nice to play. Just in case I lose for tonight.
Okay, let me wait. Yeah, because I think that all of them are going. I think okay. Um,
On a side note, guys, if I do well this evening, I'm either going to end up with Obeya or Valorant, because I've got no idea what Cassie is, but by God, I'm going to end up with one of those.
Yeah, that's you. You're on the right track.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. On a side note, the Tremere are fucked. Like, literally fucked. As they bent over a barrel and sodomized till they bleed. Fucked.
Yep.
I mean, they actually fended him off last time for a hilarious role.
Yeah, but this is the motherfucker who was in Carthage. He's that level of elder. That's a no. That's a no from me, Jim.
Why do people keep saying he's from Carthage?
I don't know. I was told he was from Carthage.
Yeah, you can believe that if you want.
I don't
That's fine.
care.
And let's see, Alcadir.
I'm not gonna leave without Grandma.
I mean, you better not.
Bishop, you know people are like, okay, Bishop, you know people are legit about to die, right?
I mean, they can always run away.
Okay.
True.
But based on his land movement speed, it's about to get interesting.
What did Saladrin do to you? I mean,
Many things. Many things.
oh right.
All right, so Priest Guy is gonna go first. I mean, he just casually lights all the pyres, and then
Sad.
well, he's just gonna punch one of you extremely fucking hard.
Eeny, money, mo.
Yeah, I think he's just. Irene's pissed him off the most.
Really?
He's spending components here.
I thought he liked me.
No, he does not.
Is this priest guy or armor guy?
This is Priest Guy. He has an initiative of 25.
Holy crap!
But he can light the fires and attack me in the same round. That's very impressive.
He lit the
All
fires
of them?
before initiative. Because then
No, he lit one of them before initiative.
Okay, you know what? I'll be nice to you. He'll spend for celerity too, and he'll light the fires.
Fair enough.
There you go. He forfeits a single action.
You know, it's still a single action.
With those guys, it could save our lives.
Right?
Yep. So the fires begin to ignite, and I'm actually just going to swap back to the proper overlay for this. As they quickly catch fire, it's pretty obvious that they were damp with something like ethanol, because they ignite very quickly. Basically, what's going to happen is everybody who's currently burning on a pyre will take 1 ag per turn that they cannot soak. So you that is the amount of time you have to get them. And yeah, that's his action. The armored figure.
Bishop, you also left me out of the initiative order.
Oh yeah, what was your initiative again?
12.
14.
He's after Irene.
I have 14 actually.
14, sorry. So he's after me.
Okay, I'll just update it real quick. But
Back off.
That's
you know what?
why I asked what Saladrin has done to you.
Oh, actually, I forgot to add my celerity. Do you add that to initiative? No, right? No.
Yes, you do.
You said,
Yes,
yes,
you
you
do.
do. Oh, then I'm at 14 as well.
Squadron still goes before you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have an X of 9 currently. Come at
Yeah.
me, bro.
The armored figure faces all of you down, readies his sword, spends some blood, and holds his action.
Oh, that can be good.
Margo, you're up.
Thank you.
His helmet begins to glisten brightly from a light emanating from inside.
Na 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 na. Goodbye. Yeah. And then
All
you
right. So Margot, what's up, bud? Hey, your clanmate, he is burning to death. What do? You also have like 24 people like facing you down as well. You need to like find a way around them. But Margot, you're on a horse with Isabella. You can just tell her to charge.
Yeah. She'll do it. She'll tell her to charge.
All right. Isabella will charge. She will collide with the armed forces. As her spear collides with one of the armored men, it pierces their torso. She twists it, flings them up, and they ash. What, however, is your action going to be as you charge into the front line?
How far is this distance to Adam?
To Adam? I mean, you could probably leap to him, but you'd be leaping through a burning pyre, so it would require a courage check.
Let's see. Where's Margot's sheet thing? I think her courage is 4, if I remember. Yes. But that would also get her burning, right?
Yeah, if she went through this pyre, she'd need to make a courage check difficulty 7. She'd also take going straight through the flame, probably like
It's bonfire levels damage, which is 3.
let me double check what
I set up yesterday.
it's 2 health levels of agate bonfire level, difficulty 7 to soak.
Okay.
So that's what you'd have to deal with if you leapt at him. You can leap at him though. You have more than enough strength to pretty easily just like literally just jump straight through the pyre and just grab him and shatter the pyre holding him. That's very easy for you to do.
Yeah, she'll do that. And fuck it, I'll use a willpower for the courage.
Yeah, you'll need to make a courage check.
What
you also need to make a courage. You also need to make me a Dex Athletics check because you're jumping off a moving horse, which has just ran into which is just literally charged into an enemy line. So it's a pretty fantastical action.
I have a Dex of 8.
Yeah, it'll be difficulty 8 to actually make this work and not just kind of go flying off into the distance.
Okay, what's the diff for the courage roll?
Oh, courage rolls
for the courage.
So courage, no. Roll your Dex Athletics first.
Okay. Just thinking. 8 and 10.
I'm going about this back to front one. I should be doing it front to back, so it's my fault.
Yeah, I'll use a willpower for the Dex Athletics.
Oh, yep, that's fine.
You said diff was 8, right?
Difficulty is 8 because this is a fairly you're on like a okay, yeah, no, you get 2 successes, you manage it. As you literally, everybody sees Margot leap off Isabella's horse as it charges into 24 men, and Margot leaps at Adam Carter's pyre, breaking him off, shattering the pyre, and burning herself in the process. You will take 2 levels of ag, difficulty 7 to soak, so roll me your fortitude plus any armor you have, difficulty 7.
Okay. That's 3 successes.
You do soak it. Do roll me the courage difficulty 7 though, please. see. I see. You said you were spending a willpower point on this, yes?
Yeah, fuck it. She might die.
Okay. Yes.
1, 2,
You
3.
succeed. You yeah, in a great act of daring and courage, Margot shatters the pyre. Carter is on, leaps through the flames, completely unharmed. Maybe her hair slightly smoldering, but other than that,
That's it. I'm rolling for frenzy.
firmly in control and with a staked Carter in tow. He looks burnt, but not so much as to be particularly endangered. He looks like he could. He doesn't look too heavily harmed, other than the fact that he's staked. So you have him, and that's your turn. Your action for your main action, and it will be
Almond Man.
other man's holding his action. Madeline,
I
what
thought-
do you do?
She is going to. From where I stand, who is closest? And is it feasible to get over to Lady Catherine?
Yeah, I mean, you have potency. You can leap at any one of these people. If you're close enough to approach these guys, you're more than close enough to just literally leap at the pyres.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm
that
going
is
to
no
do the
problem
same
for you.
thing, and I'm going to get Lady Catherine out there.
All right, so you're going to leap at it's Katarina. I just need to check something real quick. It's actually important.
Why is everyone so quiet?
Okay, no, yep, you can do that, no problem. It's exactly the same set of rolls that Margot made. Yours is difficulty 7 because you're not on a charging horse.
And it was what? Dex Athletics?
Dex Athletics.
And difficulty 7? That's 2 successes.
Okay. You leap through the flames. You shatter Katarina's pyre. You take 2 levels of aggravated damage at difficulty 7 to soak.
Now for math. That's 4. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I soak it. That's absolutely disgusting. Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Roll me courage though, because it still hurt. It's still fire. It still burns. It's still nasty.
Remember what I did earlier?
Oh yeah. No, you're fine. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. My apologies.
No, not wrong.
Yeah, no, you're 100% fine. So Madeleine, like Margot, looks firmly in control as she shatters the pyre and has Katarina in her arms. And now the armored man.
Oh damn! Here we go.
Will take his action. I'm not gonna roll because there's no way this guy could legitimately survive. He literally just decapitates Francis Beaumont.
Motherfucker!
He sees 2 people leap through the pyres, and if he wasn't wearing a mask, you'd wager he was actually somewhat impressed. And then he looks at Saladrin and just kills his clanmate.
And does he go?
No, he just readies himself once more. He just simply holds his ground and just says, "One step, one Cainite, one night at a time." You have to watch me if you can.
Poor Francis. I never actually met him in character, but rare.
Yeah, rip. But you did do a thing with him where you're going to set up his church, and well, now he's dead.
It's fine. I can make a new one. Bishop, though, this actually goes against my. Well, no. If I didn't do something, it would go against my road. I'm going to charge the armored guy.
Okay.
Oh, after charge, Saladrin utters a syllable in a very gruff, rough voice coming out of his canine throat, and all the fires extinguish.
Nice.
But may I make an attack on this gentleman?
Yes.
Wonderful. And now we see why Bishop says, I never discount Saladrin in a combat action.
Okay, so here we go.
So it's going to be... He's currently got Dex 9 plus his Brawl, which is 13. 13 dice.
The absolute savage.
I mean, he fucking killed my clanmate, Bishop. Do you want from me, Bishop? At me, Bishop!
I mean, what do you think I'm doing right now?
I know, right? Before I do this, though, spending for celerity and potence, bringing my blood total down to 5. So... Yes.
You hit him real hard.
Do you guys... Actually, that's 6 successes. Yeah, Bishop, I'm gonna bite for damage.
Okay.
Because I kind of have to. He did... Actually, guys, do I bite him for the kiss or do I bite him for damage?
That's your call.
It's your call.
I do have a declared celerity action.
Biting him for the kiss may actually prove difficult because he's fully armored from head to toe.
It's one of those weird things. Per the rules, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but,
it's weird, isn't it? You could literally initiate the kiss through like 5 inches of concrete.
I know, right?
It's weird.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna have to bite him for damage. If nothing else, a set type's gonna make him fucking bleed.
Yeah.
Because that's Saladrin on a T. So that's gonna be.
This guy's not a god. He's just a fucking
11
monster.
Sorry, so that's 11 dice plus. Sorry, so that's strength 9 plus 1 for the bite is 10 plus 1 for the plus 1 for the Typhonic Maw, which is 11 plus 6 rollover is 17 dice.
Okay.
Plus my potent. That's 1, 2, 3. Sorry, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 aggravated damage to him.
Okay. He's gonna roll his dice now. He automatically soaks. 6.
I anticipated that.
So it was number 4, right?
Beg your pardon?
It was the 4th power, the one where you get extra armor he activated before.
Now he's automatically soaking 5, and then he's going to roll his armor dice. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh God.
So he currently needs to soak 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he does. You sink your fangs deeply into him. You begin crushing the armor. The armor he's wearing to dig into his flesh, but your fangs stop before they can actually reach his skin. And a force repulses it.
He is, however, blessedly grappled.
Yeah, he's gonna roll for that. We're gonna roll it.
He has to beat my first roll, which was 10 successes.
Let's see. 10. Oh no, he's actually dead right now. So. No, you got him grappled. Okay. Yes, you got him grappled.
And this kid's just called fighting for the honor of your clan.
And yeah, Irene, what do? Sergeant is trying to kill the big bad over there, but is not having much luck. Also, a lot of your friends are burning.
Actually, they're not.
I was gonna say, I thought the fires were extinguished.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were burning. They were
Yeah.
burning. They're no longer burning.
Okay, so I have 3 tentacles. There are like my great grandsire is grapple or is taken by Madeline, and Carter is taken by Margot. So there's 2 left, right? Because 1 is dead.
Yes.
Yes.
So can I use 2 of my tentacles, grab the other 2 staked people, and kind of pull them out of the pyres?
What's your level of obtenebration? Because you
4.
don't benefit from potence. Okay.
It's 4.
Make me a straight. I will roll 2 dice. I'll roll 4 dice twice, and if you get a success, you manage to pull them off.
Okay.
You did need 4 or 5 to be able to make this check. Otherwise, I said you wouldn't have been able to break like this literally thick wooden pillar. So you don't get any luck on that one.
Fucking hell.
You do get okay. So I'll let you choose which person you manage to pull off.
Which are the options that I have?
Judas, Everard, Francis died. Carter is in Margot's arms. And
so it's basically between the 2 like
Remus.
meat monkeys.
Judas isn't a meat monkey.
I mean, they both are. Actually, I do have a second or a third tentacle. I'll roll those d4s because my tentacles are going to be busy like grabbing the people.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, you get enough successes to pull them both off.
Awesome. And I did ask you a question on Facebook. Do I have that with me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna attack the priest with a burning blade.
Okay. They'll spend
The righteous power of the Christian God will compel you. Fuck off.
And strangely enough, the only thing that goes to Slavin's mind is this is all happening in his hut. And yet again, no fucking sheriff. Typical.
He's just gonna, he's just gonna dodge for the moment.
Okay. One, two, three, four, five, 6 successes.
Oh, that's a lot of successes. Well done.
Thank you. I will spend blood for potence.
Okay, I know you hit him. He doesn't have specialty. You get 3 successes on him.
Awesome. Wait, isn't that 4 successes because you got 3 successes?
You got 6 successes. I got 3.
Oh wait, I have. Fuck. Yes, my bad. I can't count anymore.
Oh my.
Sorry. Yeah. So that is my strength is 4 at the moment, plus that is 7. So what does the blade does +2?
Blade is plus. It's a longsword, so it's plus
Yeah.
3 if you're wielding
+3.
it with 2 hands.
I am. Okay, so that would be... Okay. Yeah, that sucks. I used up all
yeah,
my
I see
good.
what you're saying.
Yeah, that's only 2 successes.
2
Oh,
successes plus
plus the potence.
it's,
Also, increase on damage rolls.
so that's
That
it'd be 3,
is
so that's
6
3 plus
successes.
6.
Wait, there's the 1 there.
They don't count for damage rolls.
Oh, okay, then it's 7 ag that I'm doing.
Oh, actually, I'm not rolling. I actually need to roll another 3 dice for this guy. Okay, he soaks 3 of it.
Well, that still means he takes 4 ag off a burning blade. And I will spend 4 celerity rounds, because why the fuck not?
Okay. And he needs to make a courage check because he's been burnt. He'll just spend a war power. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, he's fine. He doesn't even he barely changes his emotional state whatsoever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he changes his emotional state somewhat after fucking 4 ag.
He's ridiculous. Okay. Alkadir, it's your turn.
He goes from what the fuck to ouch.
I'm at this point will be. Yeah, I'm still waiting because I'm not gonna change the weather right now anytime soon to try to assist them because I don't know our truly I don't know our situation yet. So
it would take you hours, and this is a battle fought in seconds. So yeah.
Yeah. So unless I got really good on that roll, so I couldn't guarantee it.
So what are you gonna do?
What I plan on doing? Yeah. I plan to hold my action. If I could do that, though, I'm at the bottom, so I don't think I can.
Yeah, you can't. It would just be forfeiting your action.
Yeah. Then I'll spend a blood point of celerity and hold my action. I have a plan to do something if somebody attacks to attack. Sorry.
So you basically want to take 2 actions on celerity rounds. That's what you're telling me.
Basically.
Okay, that's fine. I was just double checking. All right. We do enter celerity rounds. So we're gonna go with Big Fat Man first. He didn't actually spend for celerity, but he does have to contest the grapple. So yeah. That is in fact gonna happen real quick. All right. So, Saladrin. Oh, you only need to beat me 3 successes.
Oh wow! I just do the thing.
So you basically need to fail your roll.
Spectacularly.
Et tu penses à te doucher, s'il te plaît? Parce que...
It's actually interesting because we're throwing relatively equal. We're throwing relatively equal amounts of dice at each other.
Yeah.
They're like 3 dice in the difference. Yes.
You're fine.
All right, Bishop. This time I am going to drink 2 for 5.
So he has 3 separate layers of armor preventing you from doing that.
So you're making.
He has the strange force repulsing you. He has the metal armor, and he has his natural fortitude. So it's normally
So
I'd
you're
be
gonna-
fine with it, but he has 3 layers of armor stopping you from biting him.
All right. In that case, I'll just use the above because it was an awesome roll for my attack roll, and I'll bite him for damage.
Well, that was the contested grapple roll.
My contested grapple would also be my attack roll. Because I'm actually using it to attack him. That's the purpose of it.
That's no. So what happens is when every time someone contests a hold, you make a contested roll and then you roll your action. That's what you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how holds work.
That's fine. I will roll the thing again.
I mean, you still get a tremendous amount of successes, so congratulations.
Wow, I still get the same amount of successes.
Okay.
Spending for... Oh no, I've already spent for potence, that's right. So that's going to be 7 rollover. So that's going to be 7 plus 2 is 9. Plus 9 is 18 dice of damage.
You could actually harm him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 aggravated damage.
Okay, so that gets halved down. Almost
It gets
halved down.
halved.
It gets not halved down. Sorry, it's because he automatically soaks 6, so it gets reduced to 7, and then he has to roll his soak. He soaks almost all of it, incredibly.
Take 2 ag damage, bitch.
He takes 2 ag because you actually manage to harm him. You force through every layer of his armor, which is a fucking troll. Your fangs almost break. But you do manage to do 2 ag to him.
Lovely. If anyone else wants to hit him, it's like -4 diff because he's grappled. I recommend it.
I think it's only like -2. Well, -4 if
It's
you hit him from
minus
here.
something.
We also have to do a whole lot of damage.
All right.
Sorry, I'm working on the other big bad.
All right. So yeah, that happened. Well, actually, I did leave out Priest Guy in the middle of all this. He should have gone before everybody, but he's gonna go now.
I didn't know he spent for celerity.
He did. I told him he spent for.
Oh, right,
That's what he
yeah,
did to set all
yeah.
the pyres on fire, you know, and to
Oh,
get
yes.
his dodge in. So there you go.
I mixed up
he-
Priest Guy and Armored Man. I thought the Armored Man had spent for 2 celerity and not the Priest Guy.
One second,
Priest Guy
he's
had.
going to do a specific maneuver because he likes that burning blade and he wants it gone. He would like to take the burning blade from you.
Of course he would.
So I'm just gonna check to see what he needs to do that.
On a side note, Salandra now knows what it feels like to bite a tank.
Yeah, it is. It really does feel like biting a modern day tank when if Saladra makes it to modern day. Well, Dublin Saladra knows what it's like. Let's see. Is this a thing he can do?
Oh, by the way,
Okay, so okay.
Just because for your own interest, so we have decided that Omar Shadid also lives in Dublin.
Excellent.
I can.
Okay, fine. I will make a character, Evan. God damn it.
There you go.
I can imagine Soladrin in modern nights seeing a tank and not knowing what it is and just thinking it's that guy and being, what have the Timitsies have done to you?
I mean,
Okay.
they just met Modern Night Saladrin, and it was terrifying.
Yeah, I know. I saw this. Some of the scene with him.
Oh no, it would be this right now. Okay, he's going to yeah, he's going to disarm you.
No, he's going to attempt to disarm me.
I mean, he's good at this.
Okay, that's fine. Then he's gonna disarm me, but I'm still gonna try and resist it.
Chris, since there is an action being dealt against Irene, may I do my action?
You can make an interrupt, yes.
All right.
What is your action?
I'm going to pull one of the daggers I brought with me and throw it at him.
Okay.
I mean, it would be hilarious if you would kill him with that. It's like,
Okay,
I mean, it probably won't happen, but it would still be hilarious.
Okay,
I mean-
yeah. For your dagger at him, it's dexterity. It's dexterity athletics, if I recall.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to spend 2 more blood into my dex. So I'm down to 9.
One more blood, your temp generation.
Ah, sorry. All right, then I'm up to 4. 10.
You do hit him. He's not dodging.
I guess that's a good question for when the dagger goes past Irene or touches that guy. Because the water does affect people even when it doesn't directly touch them. So I'm kind of curious about that. If it just makes them uncomfortable or not. So
Ah, you're doing my trick.
yeah. And +1 for the dagger, then my strength. So.
It's not your strength. It's just your strength +1. It's strength +1 plus the successes on your roll.
So it's not going to be a lot said. Me a mage. Me don't do hitty things very well.
Just have him roll. Hey, he's gonna roll his soak. It's gonna be.
He's gonna have a lot of dice, I'm guessing.
Again, me mage. Said you don't hit things very well.
Rock.
He only. Wow, is that really only one? He actually takes a damage. Amazingly, he's spending willpower to actually not suffer wound penalties. That is funny. He does actually take a damage. A single lethal.
Would it be lethal? This is the holy water.
It's lethal.
Okay.
That intimates something really important.
Oh, yes. It does. But Irene doesn't know of this.
Intimates several things. It's either the water or it's the guy. Now, I am going to. He's actually going to do his disarm now. Oh, no, it's not that many dice actually. It's just this many dice. He gets 5 automatic successes.
Oh
Jesus.
shit.
Your specialty, he gets 4
It's gonna be like this
successes.
today.
So that's 9. What he needs to do is he needs to exceed your strength dots in damage. You don't soak this roll because it doesn't do any damage to you. Basically, he's trying to do enough damage, basically get enough successes on the damage roll that it causes you to drop your weapon. Your potence does account for how much strength you have,
Okay.
so you add your potence to that. So he got 4. That's 3. Carries over. I think it's just this many dice.
Just.
Only it's not a whole lot. Oh. Yeah, with that plus his because his potence counts as automatic successes in the damage roll as well. That is you do
Jesus.
not have 10 strength, do you?
No, I have 8. God damn it.
Yeah, he
Yoink.
Mm-hmm.
he takes your burning blade.
Asshole. That's fine though.
He doesn't take it. What happens is that the weapon flies.
And Margo takes it.
about 4 or 5 meters away from you.
Okay. That is fine.
It's
And
Solar rounds again.
We're still in Celerity rounds.
yeah, we're still in celerity rounds. So did anyone take additional actions? Past the
I've
first
already
one?
taken mine.
Okay.
I did. I spent the blood for celerity.
Yes, Irene, you're the last person, so go back.
Okay. Quick question though. My tentacles, can they move?
They're currently carrying 2 people, so not really.
One of them or 2 of them are carrying. I still have 1 left.
You have 1 left.
Which will pick up the blade.
Let me see if I can do that. If I can do that, because I know Obtenebration does actually have pretty strict limitations on fine movement.
Fair enough. Else it will just toss the blade back to me, like, golfing.
There is no limitation as to what they can do.
Okay.
I know in V20 standard they're like they can't drive for you and stuff, and I'm like, but that's dumb. I want to be able to drive with tendrils. That's fun. But yeah, no, Dark Ages, you can use them how you will.
Okay.
Driving this mofo's back.
I was gonna say, can I actually attack with the tentacle and the blade? Because I will do that.
No, because you used it to pull out, try and help one of the hostage Cainites. So it's already used its action. Technically, I'm being fair because I'm technically giving you an additional action to pick it up, which I shouldn't be doing.
Okay. I mean, if you want me to just leave it there, that's fine as well.
You can pick it up.
Okay.
I've already said it, so it's fine.
Okay.
But yeah.
So it can't hand it over to me, right? In the same round. I just have it now in my tentacle. Okay, this is fine.
But the tendrils wielding it for you.
I accept this.
It's a very enthusiastic pet.
Yeah, I love my tentacles. They're good. They're nice to mommy.
What's your action?
I think I'm gonna go for a grab hold. Oh, wait a minute. This guy still holds a torch, right?
Yes.
Can I grab his arm and set himself on fire? Like literally physically holding on to his arm and pushing the torch against his torso.
That would be a contested strength brawl roll.
I am okay with this.
Okay.
Does my blood spend for auto potence still count?
Yes, it lasts until the end of the turn.
Awesome. Okay.
Roll your dice.
My fingers.
He doesn't have any. Actually, this would apply for his specialty because it's effectively it's effectively a disarm specialty. So I think this would count for that.
Oh,
he gets a lot of successes.
Trying to disarm him, but
Oh wowzers!
You're trying to manipulate the weapon.
This is more than fair. This is more than fair. I'm okay with this. I can't spend the willpower on this, right?
Chris? Christopher, are you here?
I think he's disconnected.
I think so too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, I did 2 acts to the big bad. Today's been good.
You did good.
I've done.
I did good.
4 to the little, 3 to the little big bad. Which I feel is fair because Irene is a little person, really. And I don't mean
If
that
I
as in
can
that
actually keep the
tiny.
grapple on him this round, if I can actually keep grappling him this round, it's going to get interesting.
I will come over and help you ASAP, but
Hooray! Not
Well,
dead.
I don't want to be that guy, but this was the first round. I'm guessing the 25 other people there, ghouls and Cainites, are probably
Yes, and it's
want
not
to get in on this.
It's not like some of you can drop shrouds of impenetrable darkness.
working on it. Oh, now we have to.
Just saying, 25 guys are great if they can find where the fuck you are.
To be fair, the fucking Obteneration 2 is no longer that they can't see. They just can't see as well.
Really?
Yes, really.
They fucking nerfed
Yeah,
Obteneration.
they nerfed it quite well. This was a very big disappointment when I found this out. I was like, but, well.
Okay, so I'm using my phone.
Oh,
Because my
wow.
computer's crashed.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
gonna
that
shut down
sucks.
thing again. So that's a thing. I don't even know if I can shut down a hangout from here, so this will be interesting.
Then we all must leave in the end. It's still live, though. But so my question was, can I spend a willpower on this roll?
It's a combat action, so no.
Okay, that's more than fair. That's not good enough. That is 2 successes and 5 is 7 successes only. It was a nice try, though. It was a fun move.
There was an attempt. Which I think takes us back to the top of the round.
Yep.
Okay.
Priest guy.
Priest guy, he's just gonna take that torch and just fucking bust Irene to pieces with it.
That's fine.
I now need to get fucking Discord up on my phone.
Or one of us can roll for you.
Yeah.
No, I got it. I think. Yeah, this is the one because there's a ton of dice here. Okay, so now I need to actually remember this guy's dice rolls, and I don't have his stuff. Okay.
Rebooting or what?
Pardon?
Is your computer rebooting or?
No. It's gone. It's crashed. It's out. It'll be out for the rest of the night. Okay, he's just gonna smash Irene with a fucking torch.
That's fine.
Okay. He actually has less dice to this. He's gonna.
He also has wound penalties.
Yeah. He actually loses quite a bit of dice to this. I think he's reduced to 10 dice. Let's see.
I can't dodge this.
You can dodge this. No.
Wait a minute. Didn't 3 people had second celerity actions?
I don't think so.
I thought Okadir spent 2, but.
Oh yeah, Alkadir, you did have an additional action. What did you want to use it for? Because you did. Well, no, he held his action all the way up until the end of a round, so it just kind of fades out.
I thought
Yeah,
he said
no,
he
I
spent.
spent the blood for celerity to throw the dagger when the guy tried to storm Irene.
Never mind. He's gonna hit you now, Irene. He's gonna just
Yes.
fucking
Do it.
He's actually gonna spend for a single celerity. That is a pathetic amount of successes. So we'll simply apply his strength, the 1 rollover. He spends 7 plus another 1 is 8. He's just gonna roll 8 dice. Plus and he's got his potence active. He does 8 aggravated damage to you.
Ouch. I can only soak that with my fortitude, right?
And any armor you have on you.
Okay.
He's hitting you with a torch, so it's not like it's coming from inside your armor or anything. You do get to roll your armor.
Yeah. Well,
it's standard.
I have 5 dice for this. fortitude in my armor. If I fail this, which is probably very likely, knowing myself and my dice history, we'll have an Ash Irene. I have 1 success. God damn it! I'm instant torpor though.
Oh yeah. He just takes the torch, smashes the torch through your torso. It breaks apart your armor. It sears into your chest, twists your rib cage, twists your lungs, twists all the flesh and sinew